under the pressure. And every step that I take is another mistake to you. I become so numb, I can't feel you there. I become so tired, so much more aware. I'm becoming there. All I want to do is be more like me and be less like you. Can't you see that you're smothering me? You're holding too tightly, afraid to lose control. 'Cause everything that you thought I would be is falling apart right in front of you. Caught me on the toes,
Fit dot, NASDAQ, on the Tuesday.
Alrighty then, mic check. Welcome aboard, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. It is Monday. What do we expect on a Monday? We're expecting some slow stuff, but we are going to look around and I'll show you guys kind of the way that I assess the markets here starting out on a Monday as we start into a new week. And lots of exciting stuff coming up here this week. So, of course, if you are new with this and you haven't done so already, make sure, you do the things. This thing, this thing, this thing. There you go. And, of course, don't forget this thing. Yeah. Go ahead and smash that like button for me. It's free, and I appreciate you for doing so. Thanks for hanging out here with us here. Doing a little of wow, I'm a little tongue twisted here already this afternoon. Self-assessment. I'm a little tired, a little sore. I put together a baby crib this weekend. We got our new guy going to be joining us in November, so we're setting things up in rooms. So did a lot of getting around this weekend, doing the things, and look, I'm 41 now, so not as young as I used to be. I'm just doing a self-assessment. I'm a little sore. My 4-year-old woke up this morning screaming, "Daddy, daddy, daddy!" I wet the bed, so dealing with a lot of that kind of stuff here today. So I'm doing a self-assessment already that today, personally for me, a little bit of a rougher day. In general, I probably, if I wasn't kind of given my obligation to come out here and live stream today, that I'm doing this competition with Ross Cameron, I might be taking a day like this off. I expect it to be a little bit of some slow price action. I can see we're sitting at all-time highs. We'll probably, pause up here, but we will sit down for a 1 hour. We'll see what shows up. This is how we play. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 trades with the bonus trade sitting here ready to go in the gun. If you don't know what we're talking about with all that, go and hit our training videos on our website. They are free, which I don't know why people still can't get that. They are out there and available for free. All right, so free 99 should be your favorite price, and we don't even take the 99 cents. Thanks for it. Let's go and look for some setups here this afternoon. RTY still my primary. Don't forget background here. We are doing a small account challenge. We will, at the end, I'll kind of catch up and see where we're at in that competition, see where we're at here, hopefully coming away with the green day. If the market gives us the goodies, then we'll take them. And if not, again, our goal, keep the stops small. Targets where they're supposed to be. If we are going against MACV, target 1. If we are going with it, let's try to push out target 2 and some runners. You guys know the drill. Let's see what we can find here this afternoon. So we are
on the 5.
I see this nice little double dot. I probably should have gone ahead and towed in water on that trade right there. But poor timing on my part trying to do an intro, which again is the difficult part about trying to come out here. Anybody who's trying to take themselves seriously and think that you're gonna live stream every single day with the camera stuck in your face and all the performance stuff that that entails performance anxiety, the pressure of people watching, all that kind of fun stuff. And of course, scenarios like that, you got to finish. It would be very weird for me to just cut off right there real quick and take that trade. But I think anybody who's been in my crew knows that's a decent trade right there. We've got high time frame 5s, double dot on the 2s. We are, what do we got against us? We are going against MACV here in favorable direction. So what are we doing with that? Target 1, is that good for target 1? Yes, so that one you can clearly see hits target 1. It's a 10 tick target down there. Let's mark up, what do we got here? This is our open line, right? So what should I be doing here around the open line? Around the open line, I want to draw our box. Right, so let's go to our drawing tool, come in here and we'll grab the rectangle, and currently that's going to be our top. There's our bottom down here. I'm going to start with this to design our zone. And we want to project it out where we're going. So start of that peak is there. Kind of tried to peek out, comes back in. No surprise. This is what I told you guys in our last video where we talked about the open zone. Open zone trading. We want to keep that in mind. So I'm just going to push this out here, and that's probably far enough to be able to track this. Now, I can see from the day here that on RTY we've kind of been in this spot. This is not the first time we have traversed this, so right now we could be due for a distribution leg anytime, which is of course what we're trying to capture after an accumulation, but we will have some accumulation around the open line, and that's what we anticipate. And I'm not saying we will, I mean we are anticipating that. If we do, great. But we need to make our plans around that. High time frames, let's go up here to the top first, and let's look around. So I like to just glance over, eyeball the highest time frames and see what jumps out at me. Number 1 is NQ up there, jumping out at me like a boss. We've got the green dot inside the golden ropes and pushing up on that one. You can see it thumping. That one is probably going to be my favorite go-to here today. You can feel the market. I've just been sitting here as a few minutes. We're looking through this, and you can just feel the slowness. I hear buyers on the tape. We'll pay attention to that as well. And let's see how we go here and see what we can find here for trade 1. Let's go over here and take a look. Yeah, I think NQ is going to be our top dog, even though I'm drawing up on RTY, because right now, small account challenge, again, RTY is the base. If anybody wants to talk about, like, you know, what if you had to choose just one to be your primary, RTY. If you're a starting trader, RTY is a good place to be. Not too fast, not too slow. And she's right there kind of in the middle. ES is going to be our guide. ES got a blue dot up there on the top. Time frames pushing up still. Again, we've got 2 bars away from king timing. Everybody see that on the ES on the highest time frame? You see that? When we're 2 bars, look, here we may see a shift. Okay, we'll watch for that. I'd love to see a moon up here first, though, on one of these 2 time frames. Where was the last moon? Way back here. Double cross, double move. You see how powerful that double cross, double move is there? So if you measure from here to there, do you see the projection out and up? We should be putting a line there right now. Let's go ahead and do it. I'll go from our green dot to our double cross, double moves. There it is. See that crosshair right there? I'm gonna go ahead and grab my drawing tool and draw a circle there as well, and we will leave this. This will be here, you know, if we don't reach it today. Again, ES can be slow. This is the highest time frame. This is like looking at, you know, equivalent of looking at daily charts, etc. Those who are trying to get the big picture. See that right there? Crosshair, bing, bang, boom. We will look for something hitting in that direction, or again, it doesn't have to hit there, but in this zone here, from the red line to the gold, this is that zone. I would love to see the ender come in with another moon up here. It would be fantastic. We'll get some awesome capitulation and movement. If the ES does it, so do the other markets. So we'll be able to take advantage of that. All right, so we can attempt to predict. Our predictions are there. We do not care if we are right. We care if we are rich. Right? You can be right, or you can be rich, or sometimes you can get away with being both. We'll see what we do here this afternoon. I missed this headshot over here because I'm gabbing again, pointing out that, look, if you are undistracted, there is a beautiful long headshot there with MACV that is easily target 1. Now we're holding for target 2s, etc. on a play like this. So
Fib dot.
I hope
NASDAQ
I
on
hope
the
I have
twos.
covered enough with you guys. Again, my main objective here with doing the small account challenge is to do what I told you guys we would do, is to try to do as much training and as much walkthrough as possible. There's your exit on the pink dot right there. That, so enter headshot, exit pink dot. Everybody should know that right now. Also
Look
coming
for
into
short.
ping timing here on the 5s. We're coming in with the moon as well. This is getting very exciting here on InQ. So this will be our primary on our plate for the afternoon from what I can tell here. We'll try to get some trades here inside of this and we will go from there. So tempting to take a potential little drop right here. I'm going to go ahead and toe in the water here for my first trade. This is going to be an HMD, power HMD, because it's a pink dot back there. Target, that juicy target right down there. So target 1 plus a little bit more into the PRZ target down below. If I start to hear sellers come with me, I'll add to that position. I'm also would be inside that green dot, so I'm safe there as well. See if we can push down and get a little target here off of our first trade. We've got this zone right here, which means I doubt we're going to just blow straight through this. We will now likely see some of this right here because we've got the distribution leg. This says I've got algorithmic
NASDAQ.
activity coming in. I want to see that back and forth.
Delta buy building.
Ooh, buyers. Okay, I got my finger over the close. Wrong. I've got the red dot coming in on the 5s. Remember, I can always re-enter. I would rather close out quickly. And always I can re-enter if I'm wrong. Give me a red bar. I'm going to add to my position. See the delta shift change at the bottom. Mouse down there. I've got to have a nope, closing it. Alright, nope. Alright, so first trade is a loss. Not gonna take a big loss right off the bat here. I can always re-enter. Wait for it. Alright, one more time. Sellers, add to position here. And not going to try to get big here on this. Stop back behind the dot. Technically, I've got that one right there, kind of sticking me. Let's see if it gives me
Fib dot.
enough space
NASDAQ on the
here.
5s.
Something out of. Call this trade number 1 plus. Same trade. This is the second try. I will count this as. Some people get confused by that. If you're the second try rule, that is a second trade. Here in my sellers. Come on. Push it. Push it. Push it. Remember, I am currently against MACV.
Target filled.
Okay. Are you going to give me any more? Oh, that turned into double dot up top. Against MACV. Okay, if we come into large here and we turn back my direction, I can add back to this position.
Fib dot. NASDAQ on the MACV.
Comes large. 1 fish, 2 fish, red fish, blue fish. I will need to see a blue to red shift right around that line. Really get my stop back behind. Double dot. One contract here. That. Here we go. Oh, I missed it. Should have gotten in on bar one. Looking up top, I didn't pay attention. That just went 2 bars. Gotten it on the first. Oh. Could be wrong here. Got my finger over the close. Tighten up my stop now because I've got 2 contracts on. Change my mind. Put it back here behind the 2. I'm gonna let this double dot play, which means I can push out for a longer target. This may end up being a mistake. A little more risk there. Here in the sellers, pushing in this area and selling. Again, I really expect this to get some kind of zone. Again, it may pop up a little bit like this, but I want to see this. Right, this is what I'm at least right. I mean, if I get a full turn now, that's shibits. Turn around. Don't you do it.
Fib dot. Nasdaq on the wave.
The close. Back down. And we've got this double dot in play. I'm just going to let that play out. Double dot, power dot. Got the big dog here telling me we should be able to consolidate in this area. So I'm leaving it a little bit of open space here. Those sellers step back in again. Here's my sellers, add to position. Probe the top, I hope we probe the bottom. Would have been easier if the line right there. Sellers. Already added once on entry for that. Small timing here. We could just jiggle. I won't mess with it. See that king timing and large over there? See that right there? This is where I really want to take notice, right? This will probably be the spot where everything goes. See how we anticipate this into the future? This spot right here. Keep an eye on it. I mean, we might just drop out right here. Oh, I mean, I'll take it. But I would not be surprised if
Harmonic
this makes
pattern.
us eat time.
Nasdaq on the
Timing
twos.
is way out here for the big move. I heard one little blip of some buys action come in there. See how this is increasing? We're dumping around this area. No surprise, right? We see this coming in right here. I want to see some of that finish
Nasdaq
out.
on the 5s.
Still aware, we are still against MACV. I need that MACV to shift with me if we're going to get big. Oh crap, is that a green dot up top?
Fib dot. Nasdaq on the 2s.
Nope, yikes. Okay, not playing, not doing that. Okay, trade 2. Basically kind of a scratch there. Not really going anywhere off our first 2 trades. Okay. Just wait. Watch for king timing. We got king and large coming up here. RZ down there. If it's closer down here, we can maybe look for the long side. I'm hearing sellers. I got my finger over the sell. If we break that, you know, we might have another opportunity here. Some space there. I really want to see that MACV up top over on the MACV shift first. I'm hearing sellers, but we're getting ticked up here on Q. RTY just touched its open line once again. So RTY is literally sitting flat over there. I do see double dot reds on 8s. Be interesting to keep an eye on RTY, but the speed and the moves here are still currently on NQ. RTY is still looking a bit slow for me. Get some speed. He is to the green side. Get a long set up here. Could take it. No, wait. We're right here in the zone. Let's see if something pops in here. Get a big move here. Look at, you see all this timing right here? Right? Okay, yep, here they go. Look at that. Setup. Okay, now we're about to get exciting here. We've got a cross.
Fib dot.
Oh,
Nasdaq on the 2s.
headshot, short. +1. You're in king timing. Again, I'm not going to get greedy here, but we're going to give the headshot a shot. Let me get back behind the crosses here. For it. Sellers. Comes large timing. Oh, don't wreck me. Turn. Drop it. Okay, adding to position. I'm going to add 1. I'm at a full position on my small account challenge. Here buyers. Finger over the club.
Fib dot. Nasdaq on the 5s.
Okay, I'm recognizing there is a PRZ target right there. Expect that. Off right there. I'm gonna keep that in mind. Drag this up there if I need to. Okay, here comes king timing. King timing, turn for me. King timing, come on, drop it. Fires. Over the close. There's he oh, we got of him. Be in trouble here. Drop it.
Fib dot. Nasdaq
Red dot,
on the
add
twos.
to position. Now it is a double dot headshot. Okay. What do I have up top? Yeah, that's a very shallow accumulation zone. I'm hoping it accumulates more here and doesn't just take off. Close if I'm wrong. Stops above the headshot. Dot, double dot, short. Pink power dot to the left. Dots on the fives. But we are against MACV. I am highly aware. Also got that moon wasn't there. I'd be bailing on this. Moon over there on the 8s tells me I'm hoping we can get some accumulation here and that I've got enough to give me a target one type position. And our job is not to, you know, predict massive turning points in the market. I mean, yes, we do. But again, for my targeting, I do not need to freaking be a hero. Here we go. I'm hearing sellers. Let's go. Drop me a little bit more. Come on, give me 10 ticks. Give me a 10 tick Tommy. Let's go. Drop it. Yikes. Green dots. Oh, dadgummit. I got my finger over the close here. Back a little. Come on now.
Target filled.
You're over the close. Break it. Break it. There's a PRZ right down below.
Target filled. Target.
Excellent. I see
Nasty.
another PRZ down below. I'm going to add to. See if we can get lucky. I'm hearing sellers.
Short. Look for a short.
In short. Good thought over there on the 8s. Headshot on the 8s. PRZ target down below. That line right there. 15, 1, 1, 2, 5. It's up. Putting it right in front of that red line right there. Oh, cross.
Fib dot. Nasdaq
Give me it.
on the
Give
way.
it to me. Give it to me. Give it to me. That cross.
Target
Yes! Trade number 3. The beast. High time frame coming in. Double dots from the 5s. Headshot on the low. And let's see what happens here with this white cross. And small timing now. High time frame shifting red. So let's see. I don't know. Maybe the whole histogram turns over. We need to make sure the histogram is going red as well. Got 8 bars before this is 100% red. Keep that in mind. Technically speaking, pop quiz right now. What is the MACV? Is the MACV red because of this? or is it green? If you answered it's still green, you are correct. Okay? The overall, the MACV, this is the main one. It just shifted, right? I tell you guys, it needs 8 bars to confirm that this is shifting, which is where we'll create this gray space on the right hand side of the vertical line. The main thing is when I eyeball this down the bottom, what are the colors that you see? The majority here is still green, right? Although you could argue it that, well, there's a lot of red there too, which is why we have a little more opportunity there. And I think that that one worked out a lot easier for us there because we've got left side. I mean, we're kind of still mixed, but the most recent, remember, recency is key. Very simple, our rules. Remember these words, recency is key. Today's term will be, I think we've done this one before, but I'm gonna do it again because it's extremely important whenever you're guessing. Well, I don't say guessing, but if you're trying to give yourself the decision, remember, you can rely on this. Recency is key. That which is most recent is key. Makes sense? So if you're like, well, I just saw this over here, but this is over here, you know, which one is it? Recency is key. What is most recent? This is more important. Make sense? All right, same concept behind exponential moving averages is that it weights the most recent stuff heavier than exponential. Okay. Turned right on, look at that, turning right on the cross, bring it to the long side. Let's look overall. So another thing, okay, reason I tell you guys, I reiterated this morning, so I'm gonna go ahead and take the time to talk about it here, is looking at your overall. So let's go back to show all. All right, so across all time frames, can you quickly identify the 4 MACV zones with our correlated markets? You should be looking here. Can't do this all at once because I have to do their each individual screens, right? So the first one was green, second one green. Oops, my drawing tool doesn't want to work. There we go. This one, green, and this one. Only one that's half and half here on NQ, but majority, all of them are green. So my bias for the big plays are what direction? Green. See how simple it is? See how simple our system is. Keep it simple. Let the tools do the work. Do not overthink it. Do not think that you're right. Let the tools tell you. Okay. Even if I had been right on that, but I kept trying to hold that, you guys see how I would get wrecked on that right now. If I kept trying to hold that, I'd be wrecked on this position. Right? If I tried to take a small for more than it was worth, and how did I not do it? Very simply, I know the MACV is still green. In all of the correlated markets are all still technically green. So if I'm going to take a shot in the opposite direction, I don't care how strong it was. I mean, yes, I had a freaking double dot red on the 5s. I had a headshot on the 2s, a pink dot over here, and a red coming in. But do you see how that really still only gave me... I mean, that was a good drop. Let's be honest. Okay, that's a good drop there. But you know what I'm saying? Like, that could have stopped up here. But like if I hadn't kept hearing, you know, the audio box, thank you audio box, that helped me, you know, hold that position farther. But if I try to hold through this right here, you understand? You guys get that? Like how wrecked I'd be? Now mind you, on top of that, look what's right there. What's that? That's the open line. Right? So yeah, I mean, I hope that's helpful. If you guys have questions or if you guys want me to expand any farther on something, let me know. Trying to do our best here while we're doing through the trading contest on small account. Take the opportunity and then keep these videos for, you know, for forever, for posterity's sake. This, the value that we're putting into these, you know, is not about just today's value. It's value into the future for people coming back and watching these. All right. Where are we at? Trade 3. All right, I got my final 2 trades. This is where I try to start to size up, as you guys know, right? I really want to, on my final 2 trades, this is where, you know, I feel the market. I kind of know what we're doing. We're a little bit slow. We've got some bursts in here, and I'm just going to trade the setups, trade what we're seeing. Oh, look at RTY. Hold on, let's come over here to RTY. What's RTY getting us? Something juicy? Was that number 5? Okay, where's RTY? RTY is now in the top of my zone here, right? So, you know, I'd love to take a shot here. Right now, I don't like the fact that, what do I got going against me? Well, MACV is still clearly, you know, on the up move. We did just shift red though, although it's busting those double dots on the left. So got to keep that in mind that we are pushing past 1. So this is no longer, this isn't a double dot that can be played off of the 8s. MACV historically, histogram, yeah, it's, it just switches back green, right? So anything that I take to short, even though I want to take a short up here down toward those golden ropes, I already know that, I mean, the histogram is still telling me everything, right? And all the others are too. YM is up. ES up. NQ up. Let's point out something I see on the ES real quick. So up here on the ES, top right, what's it? Yes, I don't come up here to the top right very much. Is that number 9? Number 9 on my keypad. So top right, ES. Consider multi-dot up to, and now we've got another moon. So what do I expect here? This could be an area where we have some back and forth. So that means technically I could take some shorts on my other instruments, right? Because we're coming into same thing on the other one. We're into a big moon on the high time frame. I expect that. But look at this. I mean, solid green, right? I mean, you're taking your life in your own hands, going the other direction. So either A, keep it small, or B, target small, right? Very simple concept. I'm not trading the ES right now, way too slow, okay? But we know we've got a double into this zone right here, right? So up into this zone, if I get some good opportunities to the long side on my other instruments, I can take that up and in. But once we hit up here, hey, I may be able to look to the short side. Everybody understand that? So, and again, I can talk about it right now because it's so slow, right? So Monday action, you can just feel it. Now again, minute Monday, it doesn't mean like Vinny said every Monday is slow. No, it's not what I'm saying. You have to generalize first and then get specific to the individual day. Which, speaking of earnings, I need to look at earnings. I didn't do that earlier. I meant to do this with you guys. Earnings this week should be the big week for earnings. 147 companies tonight, folks, are going to be doing after hours. Now, how do I get that if you are new with us? Again, most of you guys should already know this, but over is our trade room. Just type !earnings. Some of these commands you need to know and learn as you go through our program. You'll learn these, but again, our members do this all the time anyhow. So type !earnings. Boom, this pops out. You can see right there in text how many. Everything is relative, right? Yes, there's a lot today, but look at this, folks. Do you see huge numbers? I mean, even this is big. So tomorrow, Wednesday, and Thursday, huge earnings numbers coming out. So what does that mean? We're probably going to play into the golden ropes first, but we're going to see that volatility kicking in. VIX up, ticks up. We could have some big opportunities. You see how I am planning out for that, anticipating that, but at the end of the day, does that mean I'm going to make a decision based on my anticipation? No. We do not make decisions off of anticipation. We make decisions off of reaction. We are going to react, but we can't anticipate, which prepares the mind for what we see. All right, so I was talking about RTY. RTY was going to, looks like, oh, so here's sellers. Here over to sell. Get a shot here. All I've got is a red dot. I'm gonna need to see more than that. RTY, I was looking at the RTY moments ago, and I liked that it's coming up into the top of its zone. So let me look at RTY first. Is that screen 5 for you guys? There we go. So we're breaking out of here. So let's see if this is going to be a real breakout or if we will fake out and come back in. Knowing that right now MACV is green, so I should still be looking to the long side. If we start getting going, I'm going to get long with this, right? We know that. On YM, I just noticed we also have a big white moon up there. So something's about to give here. We're coming right into a good spot here where we've got some activity. Oh, okay, we've got a PRZ coming in. What do we want to anticipate? So I'm going to start thinking ahead. Here's what I'm thinking already. Okay, I'm not just like, oh, I'm getting short here. No, but I want to see what comes inside of here. If a dot shows up inside of here, what do we know? The dot shows up inside here, then that dot has now gotten powered up. You just think about this as almost like, it's glowing, right? So that if a dot shows up inside of here, it's like, poof, we set it on fire. The dot is now going to be more powerful. I don't care what color it is. If it's green, it's long. If it's red, it's short.
Fib dot. NASDAQ on the twos.
So might have one of those show up. Another thing, we've got large and king timing.
J hook long.
See what I'm thinking?
NASDAQ on the twos.
Large and king timing coming up inside of here, right? So just give me a setup. I need a setup. I don't have a setup anywhere else right now. We also have double large here. So we could see a big move coming because of this, right? So we've got our plans. We're seeing what the charts are telling us. And then we're just gonna wait and we're gonna react, right?
Fib dot. NASDAQ
Hold
on
on,
the twos.
NQ's putting in a double dot. Double dot under HMD. Let me pull my stops back. I'm taking a short here on NASDAQ. Double dot. Get you guys over the screen here. Looked over and reacting. So double dot coming in here on the NASDAQ. Triple dots up top here. Let me get my stops right behind there. Again, be a small stop. And I am going against MACV. So I'm keeping it small and I'm not trying to get greedy here. Trying to see if we can get ourselves some juice. Fires. Against me, finger close. You do it. Drop it.
Fib dot. NASDAQ on the twos.
Okay, another. Okay. Drop it. Drop it. Delta dot 2. Look at that delta. See the delta coming in too? Delta, delta, delta. Boom, boom, boom. Let's go, baby. Let's go. PRZ target right there. I am hyper aware that is there. Can we get it?
Target.
Get it. Can we push one out? Oh no. Closing this up here.
Target filled.
Okay. Over the close. I'm here in sellers.
Fib dot.
Red
NASDAQ
dot, add to
on the twos.
position.
Short. Look for a short.
Break over that red dot. I gotta close her out.
Fib dot.
Red
NASDAQ.
dot, add to position. Okay, so now I have increased my risk. Now I've got to bring my risk in, right? Here we go. I need to get back behind the double dots. And here over the close, we got a PRZ target way down there. I'm doubtful we're getting all the way down there. We've got MACV is shifting red for me. Look at this down here. First signs that this may shift red. Are we gonna get it? I don't. Dadgummit. Drop it. Drop it. Drop it. Drop it. And right back behind the dots. Four. Don't you do it. it. Up it. Okay. Now that we're in between large and king, I'm going to try to hold out until I get to the king line. When we touch the king line, I've got my finger over the close as we touch that king line to finish out the move. Oh, come on. Don't get me wrong. Here we go. So I got 4 more bars. Can you see how I can anticipate? I'm visualizing about 4 more bars before I want to close. And again, we might just wiggle right here and stay. I'll close it out. But I want to see, maybe we got opportunity to drop. I hear the sellers. We're seeing the MACV kind of start to roll over. There she goes. 2 more bars. 1 more bar. Okay, I'm touching it. All right, I'll close it here. Okay. Yeah, I'm not trying to shoot the moon here. If something's, if something gives it to me, great. Right. Oh, we're gonna go. I'm gonna toe back in the water here. Out back behind my double dots. I want to see us touch this spot right here. $51.13. Adding to position. Come on, drop it. $51.13. We barely touched it. Come on, dig in there.
Fib dot.
Dadgummit.
Nasdaq on the twos.
Close, finger over the close if we start to push it up. I tried to turn it into more than it was going to. Come on. Alright, taking a small loss. I'm not gonna. Bummer. Alright, so trade 5, and let's see where we're at here. Do we do bonus? Do I not do bonus? Our time, so we are at 48 minutes. 12 minutes. All right, so now I'm just thinking about, I've got 1 more trade. I don't have to take it. I can take it. We are 48 minutes into the session, so 12 minutes. Let's just round it out here because we're going to chat for a minute. Assume I've got about 10 minutes. 10 minutes is plenty of time to take a trade. I'm starting. Can you guys feel how things are kind of picking up here? Like the speed's picking up a little bit, so that could be good. Let's see how we play out here. MACV starting to roll over. Look at this like jail time scenario, kind of like getting wrecked in here. This could be a pivoting position. We could be reversing back. Remember ES? Let's go back and look at ES. Oh my word, ES hasn't even budged since we were looking at it. I mean, it's still flirting up there. Hasn't gotten into that box yet. Oh, I'm hearing sellers. Okay. Let's see. So again, I'm planning right now. I'm going to go ahead, and if I get a good setup here in the next 10 minutes, great. I'll take it. If I don't get a great setup, I'll wait. Right? And we'll close out the game right here. So we are. Yes. Double cross, double move scenario here. Let me just measure this out. Very short, very small throw. Basically right at the back of that. So the back of that PRZ, boom, if that turns and shifts. Drawing tool, please. So if we come up into this spot here and then we turn, we do something like this and then start to reverse. This goes down, 20, 30 ticks. What does the market do? The rest of the markets, right? They're gonna move 40, 50, 60 ticks, right? So this is why ES is important. Some people have been asking, like, why do I need to keep ES if I'm not going to trade it because it's too slow, blah, blah, blah. Folks, it's very important. This is like your anchor.
Nasdaq on the twos.
This is your anchor. Anchor point. So knowing what this is going to do can tell me what the other things are going to do. Right? The idea. All right. Don't want to beat that dead. Come down here on NASDAQ and see if the NASDAQ's going to hand us out any candy here. Man, I like that. I'm a little nervous taking along here. I've got a PRZ target. Okay, I'm going to take it. I'm going to take it. This will be my final shot here. Headshot play up into PRZ. Oh. Get my top in the right. Get up there. Get up there. Comes king timing line. Oh, am I gonna get wrecked? Pick it up. Pick it up. Come on now. Fire step in here on the large. Come on. Where are my buyers at? Come on. Give me a blue. No.
Fib dot.
No.
NASDAQ on the 5s.
Give me a blue. Dadgummit.
Exit.
Dadgummit. All right, and sometimes that happens. Okay, 6 trade. Loser. Bummer. All right, sometimes it happens. Thought that was gonna be a good play. Let's figure out. I mean, we're shifting. You can see it. You can see it happen.
Harmonic pattern.
Oh,
NASDAQ.
did that red dot just show up there? Yeah. All right, we're done. I'm not gonna push my luck any farther on that. So, you know, looking at the way we played, you know, that out didn't do too bad. Trump, what do you think about that?
Okay.
Yeah, it was okay. Yeah, I'd say that.
Look at this guy.
I know. The other one he's got here. I'm not gonna click that one. It's inappropriate.
Nobody knows the system better than me.
Nobody knows politicians better than I do.
Nobody knows. Nobody's better.
Nobody's stronger. There's nobody bigger or better at the military than I am.
Don't be rude.
Okay, I'll try not to be rude. Alrighty then. So there it is. As you are tracking through your 6 trades, there's our game. It's a game for the day. Not good, not bad. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Wish I probably could have stayed out of that final trade. It's bothering me. Bothersome. Went for the bonus trade. Didn't pay off today. It happens. But don't be over risking there at the end either. That's a problem. Focus on your sheet, vision boarding, all that kind of good stuff. Let's look at where we are in the contest. So let's pull up our performance. So again, the trading contest, if you guys have been following along, started back on the 5th. And so let's go put in the 5th. What is today's date? Today is the 26th. All right, so generate there. All right, now again, there are some caveats. Everybody's like, look, I'm not trying to make this look better and trying to, you know, make Ross look bad. Okay, look, Ross is a good dude, right? But he started on the 5th and then he reset the following week, which he didn't change his account. So anybody who's been asking, you're like, no, whatever. I mean, I'm getting trolled in the comments, all that kind of crap. You trolls, hold tight, like literally, like try to have some facts for once before you're gonna come and troll me. Okay, yes, I'm showing you from the 5th. I will also show you from Ross's reset, but I want to be clear about something. Ross did not reset his full account, even though I did. All he did was take away his leverage. He took leverage off of his account so he couldn't trade with more than what he said was in his account, because he teaches his students not to trade with leverage. So again, in fact, if he actually taught his students to trade with leverage and say, hey, you know, I encourage you guys because you know, our system's so good that you can trade with leverage too, then fine. But he tells his students not to trade with leverage, so don't trade with leverage. So anyway, I don't want to beat that dead horse either. But this is where we currently are over the entire, we're at week 3 now.
NASDAQ on the Tuesday.
Yeah, so let's look at the analysis overall. That's day of week. Want to see is profit by daily. And let's look at it by cumulative. There it is. Oh. So everybody likes to see this. This is the nice semi-smooth curve here. Not too bad. Let's look at the half hour. When are we playing our best? End of day. You know, again, this might be because we've done more end of day. Morning session. Here's our 2 o'clock pointer. Really around FOMC. That was the FOMC day stuff. We talked about that in previous videos. So hopefully you guys understand that. That was from entry time, day of the week. So any day that's not strong for us. Wednesday, it looks like our weakest day so far. That was also FOMC, happened on a Wednesday. Wednesday is not a bad day. In fact, I like Wednesdays a lot. Fridays in general has been in my historical, you know, all the years I've been doing stuff. Fridays usually tougher, but our tools have gotten so good now. I'm negating our entire thought process around early in, early out on a Friday. It's really more of a personal choice now for me on a Friday than it is a technical aspect, because our system is so OP. You can sit down at your desk at any time and know what session you're trading and execute our trade setups, and you know, let the results speak for themselves. So okay, I told you guys I was going to show you the different date ranges. So that was from the 5th. If you want to see where Ross reset on the 12th, okay, again, I want to reiterate, he did not reset everything. Okay, all he did was he turned off his margin. So everybody's like, well, Vinny, you didn't turn off. Listen, we did. We're doing equal and equal as we possibly can. So please, trolls, try to work with a little bit of couth, have some facts on your side, try to be a semi-intelligent human being. I know it's a stretch, but do it. Do it for yourself. So we are 65% profitable, profit factor 2.79. That's the kicker here on the 2 weeks. So if you want to compare me directly to Ross, if he says he reset on that date, mind you, he started with, I believe he was at 10,000. I don't even know now. I'm not going to quote where Ross started at that point. It doesn't really matter. You guys will compare, you know, his stats versus ours and what we're doing here with it. We'll continue to post those out, and any stats you guys want to see or go over, let me know. Our average time in market, again, short plays. There's really not going to be anything different. Actually, our drawdown should be smaller because that actually happened in the first part of, that was in week 1. So if I go back to analysis and go by hour, that's looking cleaner there. And max drawdown might be something somebody always wants to ask. They can see max drawdown. Let me see it there, unless I do it daily and then max. Okay, so only $1,000 drawdown. So we had more drawdown than that on the FOMC day. It was around 1,800 on the drawdown on that day. So max drawdown to get where we currently are. There it is on the 21st. And if there's other stats you guys want to see on any of that, do let me know. I'm sure everybody. Let's look at today. So just today, Monday 20. And
NASDAQ on the Tuesday.
So let's go back to summary. All right, so 501 after commissions, profit factor 2. That's awesome. Winners 2 times the size of the losers. 61% profitable. Again, percentage wise, not a bad day. Always looking to improve. Could have hit some of those a little bit better. Maybe avoided that last one. You know, actually, I'm looking over at that one. Good exit. Yeah, she ended up breaking down, did not push up, didn't even get to the PRZs up above. It ends up being a full drop off. This is a good spot to have tried to, you know, maybe hold through farther, but that was the shift. That was the turning point right there. But you know, I want to reiterate this, that look, if you keep your stop small, again, just close out the trade, right? If imagine like trying to hold on to this and adding here and keep on. Again, this can become a wrecking ball. Does everybody see that? I want to point this out, because this is probably you. If you're a person who's like, you don't want to take losses, okay, I get it. You're going to do this. Every trader has this, even myself, I had it. You have to teach yourself to get away from that. Take the trades that are there, take the setups that are there, and leave the rest. Okay, it's got to be good trade setup. So what's this end up being? You know, a perfect J-hook play all the way down through all three targets as this thing shifts. Okay, you got to get out of the way of the freight train if that freight train's coming. Again, sometimes you don't know the freight train. I didn't know this was going to be a freight train coming through this area, but my trade management, do you see how that keeps me out of getting wrecked like that? You know, put your stop where it's supposed to be. 6 trades. Mind you, what if I had taken 7 trades, right? What if I end up trying to take that blue dot because I'm like, oh, listen here. Again, I might have. I don't know. I have to go back and look to see if there's anything else coming in at the time. You know, what if I try to take that blue dot play? Well, that blue dot is by itself, right? Should I have taken that blue dot by itself? No, right? Follow my rules. Could I have taken this one? Yes, because now that's a double dot long. Would I have probably taken that one? Probably, right? But what's my stop? My stop is right there. So if I enter in and I take a double dot like I should have, right there, what's my stop? 3 ticks, 4 ticks? Perfect timing for that sound. I did not play that sound. That was one of our double cross, double moves coming in there on the NQ. That I'm also going to be disciplined and not take, but if that double cross is showing up and there's a pink dot right there, which way should I play this? Short. All right, everybody knows this should be a double cross, double move, short. All right, stop above the cross, short. You got MACV going down, you got pink dot right next to it. This is a short, not a long. All right, folks. Love you guys. Thanks for hanging out. That's a full hour into it, and I will catch you guys on the flip side. Me, Pippi, Robbie, Lunchbot, Mod Squad, Curtis G. Don't forget to do that right there. Let's send out that big H-Town. See ya.
In a world of scammers and shammers, there arose one demigod to wreck them all, making trading great again.